Jason Z here in Hollywood at the Music Box, talking to actor and record label owner Elijah Wood.
Hey there, Jason. Insert laugh there.
Hey, buddy. Can you tell us a little about the name Simian Records?
I'd been bouncing around a few names when I came up with the concept. One of which, funnily enough, was a name called It's Not Me, It's You Records. I realized kind of sounded a little bit too emo. And I finally landed on Simian for two reasons. One, I love the word Simian. It also, I think, doesn't necessarily indicate what the label's going to sound like. As a child growing up, I was always referred to as a monkey by my mother. So it was kind of a theme throughout my life.
Were there any labels growing up that impressed you or inspired you?
A label called Emperor Norton Records. Their roster was a complete mixed bag. They weren't a genre-specific label. They had all kinds of different bands from electronica to power pop. I kind of wanted that to be somewhat of a model for the way I wanted to run Simian. If it's a bluegrass record that I think is really amazing, I want to put that out next to, you know, the Apples in Stereo, which I have released.
And Apples in Stereo's New Magnetic Wonder was the first release on this label, correct?
It was.
And the world is made of energy, and the world is electricity.
Now, you also directed their video.
Yes.
What was that like in opposed to acting?
Directing is something that I always wanted to do, or always thought that I would take part in some way in the future. I've been working as an actor for 16 years, I think. In some ways, I feel like I've been going to film school for all that time. I've been so lucky to work with so many amazing directors and all kinds of different films. And I feel like I've soaked all of that up as a sponge. I'm totally fascinated by every aspect of filmmaking. So I always kind of saw down the road that it would be something that I would like to try. I always kind of fantasized about making music videos. I think some of the most incredible directors have started as music video directors. It's an incredibly open genre of filmmaking because it's purely art. It's not being judged in a theater. It's not selling tickets. There's a little bit more freedom, and I've always really admired some of the chances, some of the risks that people take in that format. My music taste is so varied, so I could never imagine settling on one style.
Would you say that your passion for music is what prompted you to start a record label?
It came out of, I think, both things, both being extremely passionate about music, being a huge fan, not necessarily wanting to be a passive listener anymore, and also seeing that, you know, there were so many bands that I liked that weren't necessarily getting attention. You know, bands that I thought were really excellent, but were too small and kind of got shuffled to the side. Part of my interest was to try and help the process along for some bands, you know, find some bands that I believe in and in some way do my part to contribute.
There you have it. That was Elijah Wood, Simian Records. I'm Jason Z for Vimby.com, and this is YBY Music.
That's right.
Is that right?
That's right.